Hey, how's it going, guys? Hang on, let me actually get my mic in a space where you can hear me, rather than way the fuck over there. All right. Today I felt like trying out a new deck that I made. I say I made when really I got some inspiration from some other people. Let me turn down this a little bit because it is a little loud. So we got our. This is basically the deck here. It's the Trees Are Friends decks, but it's just slightly modified. I don't have the legendaries because I think most people don't have the legendaries. So that's why I try to make the decks based without the legendaries, and I think this deck is pretty good. So you got your Acorn Bearers, you got your blah blah blah. You know, we're not even going to go over it. If you want to look at that, you can pause the video and take a look at the different things. I think the only modifications I might make is maybe a second swipe, but I wouldn't know what really to replace here. I think one of the biggest changes for me is having the Shield Bearer, because that has made a huge difference. I know that if I had the extra, what do you call it? The extra legendaries, this deck would probably do a lot better. I was taking a look at this Biology Project card here. Each player gains 2 mana crystals. That actually could be pretty helpful. Maybe actually the Innervate also. You know, we could try the Innervate, see if maybe that's going to give us what we need, since most of my stuff can be done within the first few turns here. So let's actually try that out. Let's get rid of the Shield Bearer. Let's put in 2 Innervates. Let's see how that affects us here. Let's jump into it.
Malfurion versus Rexxar.
If you guys are interested in these kind of videos, let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's anything I can do to try and make them a little bit better. I think I've managed to work on the audio issues and made that a little bit better. I think the only thing really I need to work on now is probably, because most of the time I'm just playing them and then throwing them up into YouTube automatically. If it would be easier, or if it would be more convenient for people, I could put them into the editor, cut it down to where you're not sitting there waiting through the load times and through the decisions based by the other. I gotta turn this down just slightly more. It's a little bit too loud still. Yeah, like waiting on the other player to figure out what they're gonna do, because most of the time they're in a stump. Oh snap, they changed Innervate. It used to be 2 mana crystals, now it's only 1 mana crystal? At least I think it was 2 mana crystals. Maybe that other one would be better for us. The 1 mana gain 2 mana crystals. I wonder if they're 2 active mana crystals. I haven't actually used that one, so I'm not entirely sure what that entails. This deck is really just about building a board and trying to get it as big as possible without dying in the process. It's been hit or miss, you know. I've done okay. Just depends on who you're playing against. Sometimes it does very well. Most of the time it does kind of poorly.
The light protects me.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's the deck. It could just be me. And I don't think it's most of the time. Let me rephrase that. I think it's probably like a 60-40. 60% of the time. Maybe it's even, I don't know. Maybe like 52. 52% of the time winning. 48% losing. Just depends on how good the opening hand for me is and the opening hand for the fool that I'm playing against is. We got Kevin Bacon playing this time. That's pretty cool. Sorry if I don't have a whole lot of energy. This is right off of the back of the Jon Stewart video, so I'm still kind of trying to forget about that whole thing.
I fight.
The ideal situation would be to try and get as far as we can up the ranks before the end of the month, because today is June. It's June 12th now because it's 2 in the morning, but we still have a decent amount of time to try and make it to Legend. We're almost there, kind of. I mean, if you don't think about it, we're almost there. I've been trying a bunch of different decks, though. I mean, this is one of my favorites to play, but I also have the Pogo Rogue and Glowstone Paladin. There's a few good ones. Maybe we can try out a couple different decks in this video.
The Earth Mother was busy.
So I think we'll play 2 matches with this, depending on how long the video actually ends up being. So I gotta keep track of that. I need to download the timer for OBS, because I keep forgetting. So I can keep track of how long my video actually is, because I don't want to be uploading videos that are over 30 minutes. Like, that starts to get a little annoying. I don't think anyone wants to sit through a 30-minute video. I think you want to shoot for about 10-15 minutes. It's probably the maximum attention span most people have. And that's coming from me saying that that's pretty much the attention span I have. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. Come on, baby. Hit that 1-1. Alright. Gotta take out the 6-3, but I would have liked if the Knife Juggler could have helped me out a little bit there. Hey, check it out. The Knife Juggler's almost as good as he was back in the day when he was a 3-2. Isn't that something? Oh, I was really hoping he would go face. There was a good chance he might have. That's what I was hoping for. Then we do this. And that. Alright. So far, so good. Obviously, I can't get rid of that little doggy right now. I wish I could, because I don't like him being able to give them an extra attack, especially if he ends up playing the dogs. Call of the Wild. No, it's man, he has got a good hand right now. At least the Mulch Muncher is getting stronger, or more playable the more of these guys die. So we'll see how that goes. If I can get some Savage Roar, we actually might just be able to win here. Well, that's pretty good actually here. Let's do the... Well, we can play this. Yeah, that'll work.
The Earth Mother was busy.
That'll do it. So we'll do that. Do that. Get rid of his full. And I think we're in a good spot. I always play a little bit better after I've been drinking. And I do not advocate drinking, I will tell you that right now. I used to be a big weed smoker, but I live in Texas, so it's very illegal. Like, as illegal. I mean, obviously it's illegal in all of the United States, but in some places, well, not all of the United States. Well, technically, yes, in all of the United States, but in some places they kind of get away with it a little bit, but not here. Not here, not at all. Alright, that should put us in a good position to win next turn. But yeah, I switched over to alcohol so I could be a proper adult, like the government wants. You know, killing my brain cells on a daily basis. You know, by choice. I'm not saying that anyone's making me do it. But it just kind of helps cope with everything that's going on. That was pretty lucky. This would be a pretty good, jeez. There's the other freezing trap. Which is fine. Okay, he's got the charge. He's gonna give it some beefiness. Now he's gonna have a bunch of charges. Hopefully we can have him beat soon, and then we don't have to worry about that. Come on, give me Savage Roar. Oh my god. Hang on, 2 damage to a minion. That'd be 6. Maybe Savage Roar would work here. Maybe that. Let's do this. Let's actually just do the Savage Roar.
For the wilds.
Now, as long as he doesn't have... I mean, I know he's going to draw a charge here, but as long as he doesn't have anything that can do... Let's see, 5... 14 damage, so he would need to be able to play 2 high damage minions. It's possible, it's very possible actually for him to beat me right now. But I think I made the best play I could in that position. So it's just a matter of waiting. If only we could have just gotten that 1 extra damage, and I don't think I could have done it. There's 6, 9, 12, 14. Oh crap. 14 plus 7. Damn.
Play.
That was a close one, but it wasn't close enough. Hey. Well, okay, let's do another one. Do one more. I think that'll probably do it for this video on the second one, since these games tend to run kind of long here. That hunter hero power, or I don't even know what you call it, like the hunter hero that takes over the space. I'm not really sure the nomenclature for it, but that thing is powerful. Playing all of the spells, I think it was the spells that you'd played the whole game, all in one go, just like that old hunter card. I can't even remember what it's called at this point. But that's a powerful card. I think you got it just in the right time. Let's get those guys out there. I think if we do that early, it might do us some good. Because if this is a Murloc Shaman, which most likely, I mean, his hero power is, or his hero is a Murloc Shaman, so most likely he's playing Murloc Shaman. It's very possible he's also just playing Elemental Shaman, though. Elemental Shaman's pretty powerful. I always usually do pretty well in the early game. It's just I have to get the right cards in order to win the late game. I feel like this deck probably needs some more card draw, so that's something I might need to think about. Man, that is a powerful card as well. Not happy about having to do that, but that seems to be my only option. Yeah, we don't have a very good hand right now. I could have sworn Innovate used to do 2 mana crystals. I gotta look this up real quick because it's bothering me. Yep, that's what I thought. It is. It used to be 2 mana crystals for that turn, but they nerfed the out of it. Well, it looks like we're probably gonna lose this one too, because we just got all our spells and we don't have any minions. So it may be in our best interest just to go ahead and concede. But I'll try to play it out for a little bit more. Maybe he makes a mistake that we can capitalize on. I need to pour me another drink. Drinking on some Sky vodka. Once again, I do not advocate drinking. But now it certainly sounds like it. I actually think you're better off not doing any drugs at all in your life. But unfortunately, I can't manage that. I personally can't. I would like to. This could be good, unless he has the Lightning Storm in his hand, or Hagatha's Scheme. Either of those. Actually, Hagatha's Scheme would be okay, I think, because it destroys all minions, I believe. So, or it does a certain amount of damage to all minions, depending on how long it's been in your hand. My stomach is growling for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not particularly hungry, but my stomach is needing food. I'm guessing he doesn't have either of them if he's going to go for the smack. That's pretty cool. It's a good start. Maybe he has, what does this card do here? Whenever you cast a spell, draw a spell from your deck that costs 1 more. Man, I don't know if it's just me or if it's the reality of the situation, but I feel like a lot of Hearthstone cards lately have become ridiculously overpowered. It's like if you manage to get some of these overpowered cards and your opponent doesn't have an answer for them, that's just the end of the game. And I wonder at what point will Blizzard go back to nerfing again. I mean, personally, I think that it's better to have more overpowered decks than it is to have fewer overpowered decks. Because then most people are just playing the same thing over and over again. But it does suck to sometimes have to deal with it. Let's try that. And then next turn we can Forest Aid and pull out some more things. I just had to reduce the damage. Did the Knife Juggler manage to kill somebody? Yes, he did. Wow. Very good, Knife Juggler. Very good. See, like this right here, this is something I think would be nice to just get rid of. This dead space of silence. Just kind of waiting for the dude. I guess that's going to be it for us. So they have some direct spell damage here. Well, that sucks. See, I'm thinking that's probably why the Shield Bearer is actually kind of important. Maybe instead of Shield Bearer, though, we could go with like a Sun Fury Protector or something. Something that's going to allow us a little bit of defense against these rush decks. So let's get rid of the Innervates. I don't think that helped all that much. Especially since the nerf really did kind of... So if you gain 2 mana crystals, does that mean they're active immediately? Because if that's the case, that could be good. I could see that working pretty well. It could also backfire pretty badly. I don't know. I'll think about that one. You know, this actually could be good as well, the Mark of the Wild. Excuse me. Because then we can get the taunt out there. That actually might be something we want to do. Let's try that one out. Because I was thinking Sun Fury Protector would be good. That's my little baby back here. Where's she at? Right here. I'm sure you all know, like I'm imagining if you're watching this, you probably have some familiarity with Hearthstone, but this would be an ideal situation, I think, if we could get a couple of those treants up and then give them taunt. But maybe I can make the Power of the Wild, or not Power of the Wild, where'd it go? The Mark of the Wild work for us. Because it's essentially the same thing, except we also get the bonus of the 2 extra health and 2 extra damage. So at least if they're gonna try and destroy it, it's gonna maybe live through some spells or some enemies. But we'll try that one out in the next one. So I think for now, that's gonna do it for this one, and I appreciate you guys for watching. See you next time.